So what's up, guys? I want to tell y'all a story, and at the end of this story, I wanted you to give me your thoughts in the comments. 10 years ago, on March 1st, 2014, 8-year-old Relisha Rudd was allegedly abducted by a janitor in the DMV inside of an old hospital that was turned into a shelter. The janitor's name, Khalil Tatum, was known to be somewhat of a Pied Piper to the children in the place, giving the little girls candy and buying them other little gifts here and there. One lady said he took a particular interest in a lot of the girls, also taking a strong interest in Relisha Rudd. Relisha Rudd and Tatum were seen in the hotel together on video, and this is after 15 days of Relisha Rudd being missing. Now, I left a little small detail out there that I'm going to include, that Relisha Rudd's mom gave Relisha Rudd to Mr. Tatum. So you ask yourself, how the is it an abduction if the mom gave her daughter to the janitor? Now, why the F would a mom give her daughter to a 51-year-old man? That's the question on a lot of people's mind, and that was the question on my mind as I dug into this case. And we're going to get into that a little bit. So, 15 days, I believe it's 15 days, don't quote me, you go without even calling the police to let the police know that your daughter is missing. The only way that anybody knew that she was missing was when the school called and said she didn't come to school in 15 days. So it took the school to put out an alert that your child is missing. So then all of a sudden the heat is on and this becomes a national story. The mom gets into an interview, as you see here, and she says things that seem weird, and her body language is even weirder. And then she pretends to be sad, and she's doing a really bad job at being sad. So just check out what her mom has to say.
If Khalil Tatum is watching this right now, what would you say to him? You can look at the camera.
What would I say to you? I have a lot of questions to ask you, and I want you to answer them properly and give me the correct answers.
Why did you trust him?
He didn't look like that type of person. He looked like a good person. The way he played with everybody, kids, the way he did his job, when he needed to do his job, buffing them floors. He didn't look like an intimidated person. He really didn't.
Now, I'm not a body language analysis or anything of that nature, but I am a behavior analysis. I have a psychology degree in behavior analysis. And it's not even about her behavior more than it's about what she's saying. That's bananas. And when she mentions that she didn't call the police because she didn't want to lose her other children. Yo, your child is missing. I don't care if I'm going to lose my other kids. We got to find out where the one I have lost is at right now. We don't know what's going on with her. Or do you? Or do you know what's going on with her? And you're just not saying anything. You're just not going with anything. She was on the Steve Wilkos show. I'm just going to play that clip in the background because I don't want no copyright strikes from Steve. What up, Steve? I ain't got nothing against you. That's Jerry Springer's old security guard. This should be on the Jerry Springer show, but that's neither here nor there. If you know, you know. If you don't, research it. Where her mom even believes she has something to do with it. And her daughter's stepfather believes she has something to do with it. They pressed her. Both took a lie detector test because they were said to be involved themselves. And when asked, will she do a lie detector test? She said, no, I'm not doing a lie detector test. And then, right, at the heated exchange on the show, Steve welcomed her back to the show via video and asked would she take a lie detector test again. She said no, then continued to get upset with the stepfather again because he was still trying to find her daughter. And she said she's not going to take a lie detector test. She's not going to let a machine speak her truth or reveal her truth. Holy smokes. So what is it with this mom whose daughter has been missing for 10 years now? What actually happened here? We're about to get into what I think happened in this case, and I want to know what you think too. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Relisha Rudd's mom was really close with Khalil Tatum, the janitor, and she allowed her daughter to go off with Tatum because she said that he was really good with the kids in the shelter, and she believed that, you know, he would take good care of her daughter, as you heard her say. But that is just very strange, and that is a question I believe has been in the minds of many people who run into this story, and many of you guys may have that same question. But here is what I think took place. Now, this man is a janitor, and he was a veteran. I forgot which war he fought in. So he had some money, you know. They said that he had a nice, clean SUV that he always had. So Relisha's mother was probably under the impression that this man could take care of a kid if need be. So I looked into this story a little bit, and I noticed that Khalil was 51 with a wife, but they didn't have no kids. He and his wife didn't have no children. So you got to think, he gained a specific interest, a strong interest in Relisha. So imagine he went to Relisha's mother and asked if it was a possibility that he and his wife can have her daughter. And she thought hard on it and then said, you know, I'm struggling with my kids anyway. My daughter would probably do a lot better with this man, and I'll get to see her every once in a while. I'll get to see her every now and again, because you got to think, she went 15 days without calling the cops when everybody else said that her daughter was missing. So she knew that her daughter was with her alleged godfather. The only way that would make sense that she didn't call the cops is if she thought and knew that what she had done was came up with a plan to give her daughter to him because they didn't have a kid. So she gives her daughter to this couple because they don't have children. When you look at Relisha and the photo of them in the hotel, you notice that she has on a book bag. She has a regular bag. You understand? And she's neatly dressed, hair done, and everything. So it's almost as though, I don't know. Maybe he kept her. They stayed in a hotel until he was ready to tell his wife, that, hey, I got a little girl, and I got her from this lady from the shelter. And he didn't know how to tell his wife, that he got this little girl. He didn't know how to tell her where he got this little girl from. So let's say he finally decides to go tell his wife, I got this little girl, blah, blah, blah. I got her from a shelter from my mom. The wife starts to speculate that he and I believe her mom, name is Shamika, he and Shamika is sleeping together. Starts to go crazy, giving him, a lot of feedback that he probably was really frustrated about. Now, remind you, this guy was in jail from 1994 to 2004. He did a stint, so he was already a criminal. This lady pushed him over the limit and he killed her. Now he don't know what to do. He know that people are looking for this little girl that he got now because the school put out the Amber Alert that the little girl is missing. And now he knows the cops are going to come to his house. So he's on the run now from the cops for killing his wife. Because his wife probably got upset about the fact that he brought a little girl home, thinking he probably was doing his wife and himself a favor. So now he's on a run. He don't know what to do. He's confused. He's upset. He's mad. He's sad. He's angry. See, because this is the thing. If he wanted to kill her, he would have killed her already. Before he even got home to his wife, he would have been killed Relisha. So they say he went to Home Depot or some general store and got some shovels and things of that nature. Some quick prep, I think was the name of the substance that he got. And basically things to get rid of a body if you need to bury a body. And then he went to a park. The park that he went to is called, hold on for a minute. He went to Kenilworth Park. And that Kenilworth Park, this is where he shot himself in the head. Now, you got to think, the police is hot on his trail. Again, he just killed his wife. He don't know what to do, so he kills himself. The question remains, though, what did he do with Relisha? Where did Relisha go? Now, you have to think to yourself, he killed himself. If she's alive, that means he killed himself in front of her. Where did she run away to? Now, some people want to believe she's been sex trafficked. Come on, guys. After all of these years, come on. That little girl would have found a way to try to get in contact with somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Her face is known everywhere. And somebody going to try to get that $25,000. You understand? Somewhere. But the question also is, did he kill her? Now, that's the question nobody really wants to believe, but we got to be real for a couple of minutes. 120 seconds. He could have possibly killed her, too, because he's already killed his wife. The cops are already hot on his trail. He don't know what to do. So he kills her, too, and then kills himself. Kenilworth Park, I don't know if they ever did a mass dig of that park, or somewhere in the vicinity of that park is possibly where Relisha Rudd is at. She's either in the vicinity of that park or one of those two hotels they last went to. She's in the vicinity of one of those three places. Because he's not going to go that far. He didn't go that far. He went to a hotel in the same area, another hotel in the same area. He went to a store in the same area. And then he went to a park. Not that far. So she's somewhere in the vicinity of one of those three places, that park or those two hotels. I'm not a psychic or anything like that. I'm not trying to give no, psychic analyzation on it. But that only makes sense that he would do that. Bury her somewhere in the vicinity of those three places. Then go to that park and shoot and kill himself. They found him in the water. So did he try to, basically dispose of his own body? Crazy. Let me know what y'all think. That's my spin on it. I hope, and I pray that she is alive, guys, but I'm going to go on record to say I don't think that's what it is. I don't think she is alive. And it's sad, and it's all falls back on her mom, making a very bad decision. A decision I believe, she thought was the right decision for her daughter at the time, and turned around and became a really bad situation for her daughter. So let me know what you think, guys. This has been Informative Classics. Hopefully somewhere in this video, I've been informative. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.